Hello, 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 brothers and sisters. We are very, very happy to welcome you to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. We thank you very much. In fact, because of you, our numbers are really growing. We also thank those who provide us content. We've always told you that this show is your show. Our purpose is to give you a platform where your voice can be heard far and wide. And we're keeping our word. Some of you have tested us this week also. You've sent us a lot of content, a lot of brothers from Ghana who sent us a lot of stories. And in fact, Seth Mifetu is one of the guys who really sent us a lot of stories. And he's one of the leaders in a movement in Western Togoland. We're going to talk about him when we start talking about the problem in Ghana. So we promise you that when you send us stories, we're going to take these stories and amplify your voice so that you have a platform where you can speak. Why? Which is basically what we're doing on this show. We also thank those who help us advertise their products and services on this show. And we're encouraging you to promote all those who advertise on this show because we have a movement. Our movement is to help our people to build wealth so that we can become independent. We want you to move away from colonial mentality to continental consciousness. Consciousness is really the key. Consciousness means living a conscious existence. We don't want you to just survive in life. We want you to exist and live a life of conscious existence. Conscious existence means awareness. You know where you find yourself in the world. You know your position and you know your role. And you know that you are in this life on a mission, which is what we're trying to do with this show. Okay? So we're going to start the show of today by taking you to Ambazonia. Last week, we informed you that the government of La Republique du Cameroon has been engaged in talks with some of the leaders of the Ambazonia who were arrested in Nigeria and taken to a prison in Yaoundé. So these guys were weeks to a church facility where they've been holding some pre-talks with government officials. But how is this going to really play? So most of these guys were already giving, led by Sisiku Ayoktabe, they were already giving 4 preconditions before any talks can really take place. And we really salute them for really assuming this position. One, they are asking for some of the conditions we've already set on this show. We said before any real dialogue can take place, there has to be demilitarization of the northwest and southwest of that part of the world. It has to happen. Then all those who have been arrested and they are in jail in Yaoundé and other places in La Republique, those people have to be released. Then the national dialogue failed. Why? Because most of the leaders of the movement are abroad. They were not allowed to return home and take part in negotiations. So that's the third condition. Then, of course, there has to be amnesty for all these people. So all these conditions have to be met before talks can really begin. I think the government is already saying that they are really playing with fire because these guys know what they're doing. On the La Republique side, most of the guys are just playing because you have hardliners who really benefit from the war. They want it to continue. Then, of course, you have some of those guys who are soft. So there's some kind of schism, people fighting over power, some who want the war to continue, others who want the war to end. But we like what is happening because it's really showing us that there are really 2 parties to this. But we want to draw your attention to an individual who always says weighty things in Cameroon. That's David Abuam Achoyi. We covered him on our very first show. When we introduced our show to Speak of Africa, we spoke a lot about David Abuam Achoyi. This individual has been minister and he has also been governor of Northwest and Southwest provinces, so he knows these regions perfectly well. Some of his recommendations could have really helped in this crisis, but the government ignores them. This time, he made another opening where he presented some ideas that could really help in this crisis. But is the government of La Republique listening? We don't really think so. So that's much of what we have for Ambazonia. Next, we're going to take you to Congo DRC. Last week, we spoke a little bit about Congo DRC. We told you that judicial reform is leading this country into a crisis. When Joseph Kabila handpicked Felix Tshisekedi to become his successor. Little did he know that this guy comes from a family of Democrats. He comes from a family that respects constitutional government. Right now, the Justice Minister, Alassane Ouattara, took documents where he wanted people of the Kabila regime who have already hijacked the parliament. They want to take control of the parliament so that they can dictate. Then they also want to install a new leader of the constitutional court, which will really elect the next president. So Kabila is already laying the groundwork for his return to power. But is Felix Tshisekedi naive? No. Felix Tshisekedi is a master player too. He understands that Kabila is trying to play games. So he decided to fire the Justice Minister, Alassane Ouattara. When he fired this guy, it created a whole lot of tension. So already the conflict between Felix Tshisekedi and Joseph Kabila has come into the open. When you look at Congo, what is Felix Tshisekedi fighting for? Felix Tshisekedi is fighting for the rule of law. He wants the judiciary to be independent of political manipulation from the National Assembly. The National Assembly is filled with handpicked guys, Kabila loyalists. So these guys don't really care about their country. They are puppets in the hands of Joseph Kabila. So they'll be doing whatever he wants to do. So this is the way Kabila crafted his way back to power. He wants to make it look constitutional so that everybody would think that, well, this is the right thing to do. But this is fake. Kabila should sit down and leave the country run itself. He should stay away, allow Felix Tshisekedi to run things. But this guy doesn't want to go away. So it looks like 2023 is just looming on the horizon. There's going to be a bigger fight. Either Joseph Kabila kills Felix Tshisekedi or Felix Tshisekedi kills Joseph Kabila. That's the way we see things. One person, something is going to give, as we say in America. Something is going to give, and Joseph Kabila may have to kill Felix Tshisekedi, or Felix Tshisekedi may have to kill Kabila. So already the two are at loggerheads. And when you look at this country, a few weeks ago, June 30th, 2020, Congo DRC just celebrated their 60th birthday. This is a country filled with dreams. We've told you that this used to really be the Garden of Eden. But the people have never been able to realize their dream of freedom, living in a free country where there is democratic institutions that guarantee their citizenship. Instead, a few individuals have hijacked the country and they are using it for their own betterment. It started after Patrice Lumumba was killed. Mobutu came, he wasted the country's wealth. Laurent Kabila came, did the same. His son took over, continued putting the country on the wrong path. So at least Felix Tshisekedi is trying to do something to put the country on the good foot, okay? So let's look at this and let's give him a chance so that the international community should support Felix Tshisekedi so that he can do the right thing for the Congolese people. Okay, next, we're going to take you now to Ghana. Ghana, it looks like we're having presidential elections on December 7th, 2020 in Ghana. So it's going to be something hot because it's just like a boxing match. We have the president, a current incumbent, who is President Nana Akufo-Addo. Then we have John Mahama. John Mahama used to also be the president of Ghana. So now he is the challenger. So these guys are really like boxers fighting a rematch. Behind the competition between these two individuals is the crisis in the Western Togoland area. We're going to bring you more information on the Western Togoland area because this area basically is on the eastern side of Ghana. Those who may not really know history very well should understand that this area used to be a German protectorate. After the end of the First World War, Germany lost the war, so Britain and France took over this area of the country. Possession of Ghana went to the British, possession of Togo went to the French. But of course, the British and the French worked a deal, so some of the area now, which we call Western Togoland, actually went to Ghana. Even though they call it Western Togoland, it went to Ghana. So today, these people are fighting because of issues of marginalization, and we have a whole lot of videos we can share with you. Interestingly, Nana Akufo-Addo is using his rerun for the presidency to put fire on this problem. It's just like gasoline. He's pouring gasoline on this fire so that it's fanning flames of discord among the people. So usually you have the tribal context, the Ashantis, and you have the Iwes. Nana Akufo-Addo, of course, belongs to the Ashanti tribe. But the people of this Western Togoland area belong to the Ewe and other northern minorities. So now, the Ashantis are telling them that they are not really Ghanaians. So it raises the issue of identity. Who is Ghanaian and who is not Ghanaian? So are you going to purge the voter rolls so that you take away some of these people who come from the Iwe area so that they should not participate in the presidential polls? Those are the questions interesting inquiry minds want to know. Is this what Nana Akufo-Addo wants to do? So the election is going to be very, very challenging because these two guys have fought before and they're going to fight a rematch. And we're going to watch it just like a heavyweight boxer contest. It's going to be like the rumble in the jungle, okay? So it's going to be hard. The people are going to look at it. But we have an individual who is going to give us more information. His name is Seth Mifetu. Seth Mifetu gave us a lot of videos. These videos actually show the plight of the people who live in this Volta region, the people of Western Togoland. The first video will really show you the way the police have been sent by, the police and other soldiers have been sent by the government of Nana Akufo-Addo to come and molest these people. Watch the video for a minute.
Holuta is one of several border communities in the Volta region. Its traditional state transpass into Togo just as Aflao and other border communities. Residents of Holuta say they have recently suffered at the hands of security personnel deployed to the border community. According to them, security personnel barge on them at home in search of alleged foreigners who may have come to participate in the ongoing voter registration exercise in Ghana.
Then, of course, you can even see news clippings. The news clippings also show you the conflict between the Iwes and the Ashantis. So this enmity between these two groups is really growing, and we don't really know what will happen next. We think the international community should be able to correct some of these accidents or mistakes of decolonization, okay? If they can correct this, it will solve a whole lot of problems because we don't want this matter to get into a head and so many people start dying. But already the people feel the government of Nana Akufo-Addo is threatening them and harassing them. You can even see a video with the response of chiefs of the Iwe area complaining. Look at the chiefs complaining in this video.
We want to send a strong signal that we in the whole West District, which border Togo, what happened in Ketu, we don't want it to happen here. But from Ketu, it has descended to whole West. From here, we don't know where it is going to. So we want to appeal to the authorities, the regional minister and the district chief executive, that they should call the soldiers to order. They can't intimidate the people in Holuta as they did on Wednesday. Because of that, people fear not to come out to register again. Are we encouraging democracy or we are destroying democracy by that act? Soldiers have been brought to protect the borders. We thank government for that one. But soldiers have not been brought to intimidate our people. To intimidate our people. At this particular time, which is a farming season, people will have to go out and register and go to their farms. And you put fear into it. People should be happy that there are soldiers patrolling the borders so that they can also be safe and go about their economic duty. But they shouldn't be afraid that there are soldiers there, they cannot go about their duty. So we condemn that act that happened in Holuta 2 days ago.
We're giving you enough information about the crisis in the Volta region, Western Togoland. We're going to invite Mr. Seth Mifetu on this show. So tell me if you really want him to come. So he's going to come and give us more information, more detailed information. He's going to be able to shed light on issues that you want to know about this crisis because he really wants to enlighten people so that they know exactly what is happening to this part of the world. As you know, Ghana was one of those countries that became independent first under Kwame Nkrumah. Nkrumah dreamt of African unification. But when we see people fighting against Nkrumah's dream, we feel they are not really good for Africa, because Nkrumah's dream remains the perfect dream for any African. In order for Africa to have its destiny, the people must unite as one. They must have one country. Today, after 60 years of independence, most countries are not really functioning, okay? Because they are too small, too fragile, they are not capable. So we make the thesis that we want these countries to unite as one country so that you have a united Africa. That's the goal.
Hey, yo, Shape, I thought you was gonna take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shape. When I say his services are the best in the states where he's born, he even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
So from Ghana now, we're going to move to Ivory Coast. We've covered Ivory Coast many times on this show. The last time we went into details by telling you that Alassane Ouattara is not going to be running for president anymore. There was speculation that he was going to run for a third term, but he himself came out and appointed his successor. And the successor is a guy popularly known as AGC. Okay? Amadou Gon Coulibaly. AGC has been the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. A few days ago, he died. This guy has been having heart problems. His death now has opened the way now for another candidate to aspire to the highest office in Ivory Coast. On Alassane Ouattara, Alassane was thinking that this friend of his, they've been friends for over 30 years, this friend of his is going to take over the reins of government in Ivory Coast. As they say, man proposes, but God disposes. Alassane's plan of having AGC as his successor has failed. He was planning to make his friend the next president of Ivory Coast, but God said no, he doesn't want it to happen. So this guy has just died. The whole population of Ivory Coast is really shocked because the guy just went to France for treatment, came back. In less than a week, he just collapsed in one of the official meetings, and that was it. May his soul rest in peace, and we really feel sorry for his family, but that's just the way life works. So we have to understand that we keep trying to play the role of God. We are not God. Only God is great. Human beings are small. So we keep telling you, as much as people think that they can do big things, they can play the role of God, they are not God. So let them keep deceiving themselves. When you read Greek literature, what you learn is human beings understand the power of faith. We behave sometimes as if God doesn't exist. We abuse God and we say terrible things, but we should know that there is God and God decides what happens. So always say, God willing, it will happen. But don't just thumb your fingers on your chest and say, yes, I'll do it. No, ask. There will be done. There will be done. If God wills it to be done, it will be done. Okay? So that's the lesson for Alassane Ouattara. You can try to play games, make plans, but God's plan is bigger. I hope you've seen this. So this opens the field for other contenders to come to the table and run for president in Ivory Coast. Okay? We hope this really gives you some ideas on what is happening in this part of the world. So now we're going to take you to LRC, Cameroon. What is happening in Cameroon? Okay, on the funny side, we hear Paul Biya just started a new business, a wig shop in America. Wow. Some people were asking me, but Prince, why did this young lady not open the business in Cameroon? People need jobs over there. Americans are doing fine. Why did she not open this business so that she can help other Cameroonians? Well, And look at this kid. I don't want to talk about her, but I will just share your comments with the public. I will just leave her alone and move to the next story, which I think is more important. The government of Cameroon is putting soldiers in the north, and these soldiers are committing human rights abuses. You saw a video that happened once, and the government said, no, the soldiers did not do it. Recently, we've just received more stories of Biya soldiers harassing people in the far north of Cameroon, okay? Far north. I know that area because I lived in Maroua before. Okay, I used to live in a small village called Mindif, not far from Maroua. So I know this area very well. So what is happening? These soldiers have been sent to these areas to confront Boko Haram. But they feel like they cannot stand Boko Haram. So they want the population to help them to become vigilantes and watch and tell them where Boko Haram is hiding. If they see Boko Haram coming, they should tell them. So they stage all these guys to stand in different places and just keep watching. These guys are not soldiers, they are civilians. Why are they using civilians to play the role of soldiers? So this is happening and it's not good, and we're telling you that it has to stop, okay? It has to stop. So LRC, that has to stop, okay? So this is not good.
Life insurance money secrets of millionaires and billionaires exposed. Discover how America's rich and famous exploit these arcane tools to build fabulous wealth. Why should these big white guys have all the fun? Let Prince Ojong, the celebrity author of The Miraculous Millionaire, show you the little understood life insurance way to riches. Are you still doubting the good things that life insurance can do for you? Trust strategies, estate planning, 401k rollover, annuity contract, cash value, education funding, executive benefits, income protection, life protection, living benefits, mortgage protection, tax-free retirement? Think and grow rich with life insurance. Your amazing journey to wealth begins by calling Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131.
Okay, the next place we're going to talk about is Mali. Okay, in Mali, there are a lot of protests taking place, okay? This is a country that has also gone through a whole lot of tough times. The current president now is Ibrahim Keita. Ibrahim Keita is surrounded by protesters because they don't really like what is happening in the Constitutional Court and the Parliament. Some of those things were rigged, and the people are really filling the streets in protest. So the government now is begging, please, what do we want us to do? So Cameroonians, you need to come to the streets and protest. Look at what guys in Mali are doing. That's what you do when you want to protest. You don't stay home and chicken out, okay? Come to the street and protest, okay? Do what Mali is doing. The next, we're going to end our show by going to Nigeria. Nigeria now, the big story in Nigeria is Buhari and the EFCC. The EFCC is the anti-graft watchdog, economic, financial crimes, okay? That's the organization that handles people who commit financial crimes in the country. But the guy who is really supposed to be leading this organization, Ibrahim Magu, is being investigated, okay, by the president guys, because they feel he's corrupt and he's been taking bribes. So this is really the big story that really broke out in Nigeria this week. So Mr. Buhari, who is fighting crime, we see that his guys are really the criminals. So how is he going to handle it? So that's the sad part, okay? The next, we have the governor of Benue State, who is also complaining about insecurity. Herdsmen are still killing people. Herdsmen think that they have the rights to graze, let their cattle graze wherever they want. Of course, they should know that in real estate, you have limits. People have their land. People have their property, okay? So they have the rights of enjoyment. So you cannot infringe on these rights. Mr. Buhari needs to do something, get these people to obey the law, but it seems as if he doesn't want to do it, so these people continue committing crimes. Finally, from Nigeria, we're going to rush to Sudan. In Sudan, we just got a story. There's a new law that has just been put into effect. This new law is against female mutilation, okay? Female genital mutilation. So the law is banning any form of female genital mutilation. So we think this is a great thing, and we think all the women should really be happy that this has passed. For cultural and religious reasons, they have been cutting women, and we think this is a barbaric practice. We are happy now that the law has put an end to it. We just ask the government to enforce this law, and we thank you very much for watching the show of today. And we're asking you to subscribe. Please subscribe, and subscribe. Keep the dream of one Africa alive. Subscribe. Tell your friends to watch this show. This is your show. Continue sending us videos. Okay? We thank you very much. May God bless you.
Express Driving School is the place for excitement of fast-track driver education, drug and alcohol testing, driver counseling, bilingual translation. For all your MVA needs, contact us. John F. Abbey, 6480 New Hampshire Avenue Suite, 207B, Tacoma Park, Maryland, 20912. Office phone, 301-270-0018. Cell phone, 240-644-3977. And you can reach us at our website, expressdrivingeducation.com. Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com.
Unique Auto Repair. This is a brother from Ghana. His name is Emmanuel Ofori. He has a good business and he repairs cars. He repairs all type of cars. Mercedes, Toyota, Honda, you name it. The brother does it. He repairs everything. So even if you buy a car from the auction and you need to get it fixed, go to Emmanuel Ofori, Unique Auto Repair. He will repair this for you. It's very, very good. He has repaired my cars for me many times, and I love the service. And if you mention my name, Prince Ojong, he will give you even something also.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.